Hello. In this video I want to talk briefly about why trying to design your own website could actually do your business more harm than good. I'm a web designer and I've been running my own business for 10 years and have designed hundreds of websites. So I just want to share a few thoughts with you on this subject. The reason being that more and more we're seeing self-build website platforms being advertised and being widely used by individuals and businesses in the UK, and as a way of saving money. But actually I want to flag up a few reasons why I think trying to save money by creating your own website could actually be a false economy. And the first of those reasons is that people judge your website and stroke business within 3 seconds of landing on your homepage. And the reason I've put they make a visual judgment of your site stroke business is because if your website is below par, or in fact looking a bit ropey, then people think that your business is a bit ropey as well. Unfortunately, that's the first impression that people draw. They draw the same view about your business as they do about your website. So unless you can make that first impression really good and really professional and really count in the first few seconds of someone landing on your website, you're in danger of completely alienating that customer because they think that your business and your services and your product is actually going to be below par as well. So the second reason is failing to create the exactly right first impression can lose a prospective client. What I mean here is first impressions are really important on the web. People are very fickle when it comes to websites. They can literally navigate away from your website in a second and look at somebody else's. So you've really got to grab them while you've got the opportunity with that first impression. And that means that it's got to look right, and it's got to say the right things, and it's got to convey the right messages and information. And that's not something that is easy for someone who's not a professional at web design to achieve. You might think that you know how to make the right impression and what to say to your prospective customers, but actually this is a skill that's built up over a number of years, and from designing many different websites in many industries. The third reason why I recommend that you should consider using a web designer is because a good web designer, in my view, is also a marketing specialist, a marketing professional, a consultant who doesn't just design pretty websites or nice looking websites, but actually understands how marketing works, how prospects work, how a website has to meet the needs of your next customer, and how to convey that visually and through other means online. This is a really important part of what a web designer builds up over their experience, and that is how to turn someone looking at your website into a prospect. So number 4 is you need to understand the purpose of the homepage and be able to convey that purpose. And some of the things that are really important on a homepage, besides the first impression that I've talked about, is the way in which headlines and images communicate key messages that you need to get across in a very short space of time to your prospects. Some of the other things a homepage has to do is to establish your credibility, your authority in and expertise in your particular field, the competence that you have to deliver the product or the service that your business is all about, and also trust value. You know, all that has to be bundled up and delivered in a small amount of space in a short amount of time, and that is no small task and no small challenge. And again, it's not something that someone without some really experience of promoting businesses online should really attempt to do, because there's a really high possibility of getting it wrong and actually alienating your prospects rather than embracing them. A good web designer has the skills to market your business in a way that you simply cannot. You know, the best way that I can illustrate this is that, you know, you wouldn't go out and try and build a car without any experience of mechanical engineering or you know, the many other skills that go into producing a production car these days. You might have a go at it, but almost certainly what you'd end up with is something that looks like a go-kart and is probably not roadworthy. And the reason is that, you know, the people who build cars have invested a huge amount of time and effort and skill in developing and learning the right techniques to produce a car that people want to buy on the open market. And to an extent, what we do in the web and online marketing is similar. You know, we have built up these skills over a period of time, and they play out through the work that we do, and it's evident. It's evident by the fact that the clients that we work with get inquiries and sales and leads online through the work that we've done. I think finally, this is a really important one to finish on, and it's the fact that the only purpose of a website ultimately is to generate leads, inquiries and sales for your business. And because of that, it's not worth scrimping a few quid, because so much of business lead generation happens online now, whether it's somebody searching on Google or you know, online advertising, social media, and so on. That this is really the first and most important part of the process in some ways to you securing your next sale. And because of that, it's really worth investing with a web designer or an online marketing specialist who really has some track record and understanding of how they can get you in front of your channel market and make your business more successful. So those are some of the reasons. Here's a nice example of somebody who tried to create their own website. Looks like they learnt a bit of HTML programming, and that's the kind of thing that they ended up with. And I don't know about you, but it's not filling me with a lot of desire to want to buy something from this particular business because they look like a bunch of amateurs that don't know what they're doing. So I hope for anybody who's considering using one of the many tools out there to build your own website that maybe I've given you some food for thought. I wish you success with your business, whatever you decide to do, and thanks for watching this video.